I fail to see that we humans have inconsistencies, and the only constant here in this world is change. I had never thought that eventually my sisters or my brothers will end up taking care of their own family, and I'll no longer be the primary part of their life. Or my partner, whom I thought of capable of making me feel happy, boosted, and inspired whenever I feel that my energy is fluctuating, where he has his own thing to deal with in order to keep up. Or my manager, who I look up to, hoping that he will elevate my financial status and he should understand that I should get a raise. Or my friend Marlene, who I assumed to have my back and comfort me, and failed to understand that she might be going through a difficulty. I failed to comprehend. I failed to see that we humans have inconsistencies, and the only constant here in this world is change. Later or years after, the way my bond with Hannah, Zara, or Lucky may not be the same to how the way we are right now. Even the plan of our management to increase our salary may not be even there or may not even happen. Thinking the worst case scenario, taking the full control of my happiness and laying it all to God may be the best thing I could only do. I expect a lot. I expect from everyone and everything around me. I expect from my sisters, from my manager, or even from my car to function perfectly. I expect from my partner as well as from my friend. I expect them to act in a certain way for me. As what Medium.com defined expectations, most of human relationships are built on the idea of other person will act in a certain way, do certain things, and even provide a type of emotional support. Psychologically, we incline to seek these requirements, which is part of our needs, which illustrated by Abraham Harold Maslow, an American psychologist, in his theory called Maslow hierarchy of needs. And this theory is categorized into two, which is the deficiency and the growth. When we expect and seeking for belongingness and connection, we fall to the deficiency level and we act out of that deficiency. We feel deficient and we use it to rely so much to human capability of getting us feeling fulfilled, and that could be the recipe for a disaster. We cannot make everyone comply to what standards we believe for ourselves, or we want someone to make ourselves happy, but we can only teach our loved ones or people how we would like to be treated. However, that takes consistencies as well as through time, and there's no guarantees at the end of the day. What I have learned in myself is that we must lean into something solid, to someone who never changes and never forsakes. And I found that assurance by putting my relationship to God first. The reason why I tune my faith more into Him is because I knew in myself that I can get weakened sometimes. I may be shaken and be carried by the circumstances. Likewise, this provides me 101% guarantee to have the stable network where I can unload my heaviness, to unload the heaviness of my heart. Otherwise, I cannot afford to do it on my own, to have that equanimity, to have that composure, to withstand in the test of time. In engineering, it is the same thing. Buildings and infrastructures have built on the ground to distribute the load by means of foundation. One of the purposes of foundation is to hold stability of the infrastructure, to endure the earthquakes, storm, and other external calamities, which one of the example here is Japan. Japan is a country where highly situated and susceptible to earthquakes and known as to build houses, buildings earthquake proof by using high technology innovation depending on the level of resistance required. Comparatively, we likely get frustrated and disappointed by the people, especially our loved ones in our day to day experience. If we do not look at this methodology and apply it into our spiritual life, then we likely get collapsed. To navigate life easily, I use my experience to make it known into my subconscious to get familiar and then reassess my priorities as well as what adds value so that I will know where, how, and to whom I should turn into when hits the fan. I became clear to what and who deserve to spend my energy with, and I no longer run after people just to end up resenting me. I'm at the point where everything does not come because of I asked for it, but I believe it came because I've worked for it to deserve it. I am at the point of my life where I've got quality friends and feel certain to where I stand, and I no longer give a damn to petty things, and that can be entrusted only through my prayers. I am at the point of my life where my relationship with my siblings, where I can be relaxed knowing that they're already in good hands and I will likely be having to. I'm at the point of my life that my mother's love is unchanging and highly reliable. I am at the point of my life that I knew in my heart that I've got unlimited resources that never run out, unconditional reassurance, and unfailing grace, which only comes from God.